and the most tornado warnings. So that's good news. It's cleared now. Loudoun County moving across I-81. We're also watching this as a second feeder band. Okay, that's down toward Culpeper. We have numerous flood warnings in effect. If you can, I would not go out tonight for sure, and I would, if you can telecommute tomorrow, I would. So this is the tornado warning, and it is for Berkeley County, West Virginia. Our friends up in Berkeley County. I've tracked some winds, Capon Bridge around 52 miles per hour. May or may not have spin to it, but it has strong winds. And rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. And then around that is the flood warning, which has been extended now until 3 o'clock in the morning for the city of Winchester, Frederick County, Virginia, Jefferson, and Warren County. But if you're kind of in this area around 45, just south of Knollville, please take cover. Developmental Drive and Taylor Station, take cover. Interior room, interior staircase, a basement if you have one. We'll zoom back out. And it is headed to the northwest, so it's headed toward Pennsylvania. On our storm tracker, Hedgesville 1105, Allensville 1109, Hancock at 1128. And whether or not it holds together in terms of rotation, it's going to have winds of 40 to 50 and rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. Now, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's still going to be rocking and rolling out there toward Culpeper and up I-81. By 4 o'clock, yeah, still some strong storms, maybe tornadic at Front Royal, and also now we get a storm popping just south of Baltimore. By 6 o'clock, they are still getting hammered along I-81. I mean, some areas out here have already had 5 inches of rain. They may end up with as much as 10 inches of rain by the time we clear tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be crazy. Temperatures in the 70s, and then boom, by 8 o'clock, we still have some showers pushing through I-81, headed toward Leesburg. But the good news, by 10 o'clock, no reds, no oranges, just mainly yellow and some green. That's okay. And then by noon, most of the heavy activity is now up 95, Baltimore up toward Newark, Delaware, and we're left with just some light showers. So the end is in sight, but we have to get through tonight. We have a flood watch, which covers most of us until 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and that tornado watch goes until 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, Top, so we've been hearing you say pretty much all night, don't sleep on the second floor of your house. So where should we go to stay safe? Yeah,
we said the same thing during the derecho. Remember that? So let me explain. All right, let me explain. So you have the tornado that drops out of a rotating thunderstorm. It becomes a rotating column of air. Now, where do you go? Okay, well, let's say you don't have a basement. You want to go to an interior hallway, a bathroom, or a stairwell, but away from windows. That's key. Okay, and flying debris is the #1 cause of injuries. You want to get away from areas that could let debris in. Now, the #1 place to go, yes, is a basement. Of course, some of us have windows in the basement. Stay away from the windows in the basement as well, and that is the safest place to be. Now, we'll come back. We'll talk about the flood threat overnight and how to stay safe tomorrow morning if you're heading to work.
All right, now we know. Thanks, Top. And of course, you know WUSA 9 is home for the most accurate forecast when severe weather strikes. You can count on our team to keep you informed about how this bad weather is impacting our community.
Yeah, and we want to continue now our weather impact alert with our Katie Lusso in Stafford County, where the National Weather Service believes a tornado likely touched down there. We had that tornado warning earlier tonight. Katie, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, we are over at the Heartwood Volunteer Fire House. As you can see here behind me, we're about 6 miles away from where it's believed that tornado touched down. You can only imagine these guys have had a busy night, but we want to get straight to some video of what we saw as we drove through this area. Now, this was Heartwood Road and Page Farm Lane just outside of Fredericksburg, Virginia. And if you take a look at that video, you can see just tree branches everywhere in the roadway. We saw some garbage cans knocked down. It was extremely dark along this roadway, so it did look like some people did lose their power during all of this, but it did not appear there was any significant damage to the homes that we could see right along the roadway. Again, this was Heartwood Road near the intersection of Park Farm Lane. Now, there are several side roads over there and pretty long driveways that we were not able to get up to check on. At this point, though, we have not heard of any injuries from the storm that passed through here, this part of Stafford County at this point. And we also didn't see any first responders when we were driving through the area. We do know that the National Weather Service is going to be out here. They're going to be doing a ground survey in the next few days to determine whether or not this was in fact a tornado that touched down or just some extremely strong winds. Again, we saw those branches. We saw some garbage cans knocked over, but it didn't appear there was any serious damage to any of the homes we saw. But of course, we will be continuing continuing to keep an eye on this area. In Stafford County, I'm Katie Lasso. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the cleanup tomorrow for some folks, but thankfully no injuries are being reported, at least not yet. All right, Katie, thank you. You stay safe out there as well.
Absolutely. And it wasn't just Virginia. Strong winds took down this tree in Montgomery County, Maryland. This home was damaged. This is on Enterprise Way in Montgomery Village. The good news is luckily no one was hurt. And more news, good news I should say, despite all of the tornado warnings, we are seeing a relatively low number of power outages right now. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, we know crews were getting ready earlier today too. Yeah, and we keep saying we are not done. This storm is still a threat overnight, so it's important you have a way to get weather information even when you doze off. Remember, Topper says we are under a tornado watch until 7 a.m.
Now we can help keep you informed. Go ahead and scan this QR code on your screen right now. You'll get a link. You'll click it, download our free app. Make sure you've got your location and your notifications turned on so we can get in touch with you when this bad weather moves through your neighborhood later tonight.
Yeah, and we know the storm is already impacting plans for many of our neighbors tomorrow. For instance, Culpeper County schools are closed tomorrow. They just started the new school year yesterday. Prince George's County also canceling all activities, including special education trips tomorrow.
Spotsylvania County is starting 2 hours late tomorrow for a transition day, which is time for new students to get acclimated to their school. And Howard University says that move-in day tomorrow is going to move forward. The school is welcoming its largest first-year class ever.
All right, what a way to start, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we also know this rainfall means you could run into flooding on your morning commute. Topper's going to be back with everything you need to know to stay safe in 60 seconds.